Why did you move from London? What is Dan's job? Would you like children? What age would you like to think about it? How do you see yourself in the mirror now versus in the past with an eating disorder? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a long time, I feel like, since I've sat down properly and had an actual catch up with you guys without being all over the place, vlogging, doing a trillion things at once, and yeah, just actually sitting down. So that's what I'm going to do today. It's very much overdue. I'm just going to get cracking with the questions. You guys have asked me a lot. I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a life update, so I'm going to do that through answering your questions. I'm sure there'll be a lot of deep questions. So, and if there's anything I haven't touched on, then I will touch on that also. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe before I get cracking. And yeah, let's get on with the video. The first one, let's go in easy, is how are things? Things are really good. They're busy. There's a lot going on. I say that things are really good. I'm going to be a little bit more honest than that. Things are, I'd say, mid. There's a lot of things that are really positive. Very grateful for, very happy for, and there are some things also that are a little bit more personal. A little bit more personal that have been really difficult to deal with over the last few weeks, hence my kind of absence. And since May, we actually moved house. We moved back in with Dan's mum, so that's where we've been living for the last however many months, since the end of May. I was going to kind of do an update before that, before this update, which is obviously months after. But I didn't really want to divulge too much in what was going on, and I was conscious that it wasn't just my house and my space anymore. So Dan and I are saving up money. Yeah, we want to save up, and obviously paying rent and saving up is very difficult. So we decided to take one of those out of the equation, and we're very lucky that we can be with Dan's mum and yeah, not have such a huge financial burden as rent is. What city are you living in? I'm not going to answer exactly, but we're back in Kent rather than in London. So we moved a little bit further out, which is actually really nice, much closer to the countryside, but still really easy access to get inside London. Any future plans with Dan? And then it says engaged. I mean, yeah, that's all of that kind of wedding, kids, all of that is on our plan. Just not yet. We are far too busy at the moment for, I honestly don't know where I'd fit in the time to plan a wedding, and we're not in a rush, so yeah, we're just taking it as it comes, really. And the next two are, how's the new house and are you living with friends now? So obviously I've kind of answered those two. The new house obviously is not our house. We did start helping kind of renovate and turn things around in the house, just because there was different bits that hadn't been kind of refreshed in a long time, and yeah, that is kind of the update as far as the house goes. How do you see yourself in the mirror now versus in the past with an eating disorder? I'd love to see your growth. This is honestly something I feel like I could talk about for years. It's really crazy, and honestly, often it makes me emotional thinking about it, especially after I've eaten. Sometimes I get quite emotional about how much I've enjoyed my meal and how it wasn't the terror that it once was for me. Yeah, in terms of that, it can get quite emotional after I've eaten, or if I go out for a meal with friends. That used to be something that was super triggering and traumatizing, if I'm honest. So that is something that I'm very grateful for. To answer your question specifically, how do I see myself in the mirror now? I feel like my view of myself is far more accurate than it used to be. The view of myself used to be so deluded. Like when I was a lot bigger, I didn't think I was as big as I was. When I was smaller, I thought I was huge. Like, I don't think I've ever had an accurate view of how I look until recently. Next question is, have you ever questioned your sexuality? The answer to that is no. It's not something that has ever really crossed my mind, I'd say. As far as I remember, goes to the fact that that's never really something that I've kind of paid much attention to. But yeah, I am fully straight, and that's it really. It's not really anything more to it. Have you got any exciting travels planned? I would love to say yes, but no, we don't. How long have you and Dan been dating for? So we got together in 2018. I think we figured out that it's going to be 5 years in January. I feel like it might be 4, but I think it might be 5, so either 4 or 5. I feel like my brain is not switched on enough for this, but yeah, I think that's the maths. 2018 to now. And then in January, it will be 5 years.
4.
4? Is it 4? Dan's editing, by the way, he's but yeah, it's 4 in January. Favourite songs at the moment? Oh my god, I have so many. Let me go on my Spotify. Got to Move On, featuring Bryson Tiller by Diddy. And they also have a remix that has Tory Lanez and Fabulous on it, which is really good. Crocodile Teeth by Skilly Babe. I'm just literally going on my recently liked on Spotify. Playboy by Fireboy DML. Free Mind by 10. Sway featuring Diddy by Majid Jordan. Is that how you say it, Dan? Yeah, that's enough to be going on with for now. But yeah, that's just a couple of my favourite songs at the moment. There's definitely a trillion other ones that I've not remembered because I've not been listening to them on Spotify, because when we're in the car we listen on YouTube Music, so honestly, so many. Tash said, how are you genuinely? I feel like I answered that at the start. I'm very much, I feel like I'm in autopilot at the moment. I'm not really paying much attention to, I feel like I'm not really paying much attention to the way I feel about things. I'm just kind of getting things done and trying to get through each day with all the things I have to do. So that is how I am, which is not very like me because I'm very in tune to how I feel, and I could tell you exactly how I feel about everything, but honestly I feel like you guys are my therapist, so yeah, I don't know how helpful that would be for either me or you, to be honest. The next question is, would you ever do a meet and greet for someone's birthday? I would never say never. It's not really something I would do at the moment just because I genuinely don't have time, but if something came along and it was at the right time, in the right place, it would definitely be something I would consider. I'd never say never. The next question is, how's the gym going? I've just started and trying to stay motivated but struggling a little bit. I've not been to the gym in 10 days now, and no, that is so not true.
That is not correct.
That is actually literally a big fat lie. When did I go to the gym? Yeah, I've not been to the gym in 6 days. So 10 days was a complete lie. I'm far more active during the day than I have been in years, to be honest. So I'm still doing like surplus of 8,000 steps easily every day at the moment. So if I do go to the gym, at the moment it's been like really from my mind. Like I went last week. Then I don't know if you can hear my voice, but I am a little bit, I'm on the other side of it, but for the last 3 days I felt really unwell, and I think that going to the gym kind of spurred that on because I was already feeling a little bit run down, a little bit burnt out, and then I went to the gym and absolutely blasted myself, and yeah, the next day I was feeling really unwell. So then for 4 days, this is the 4th day. Do you know what I mean? It's not really that good. So I feel like there's definitely times where I'll go every single day, and I wish that I could be more organised in my brain at the moment to kind of schedule in everything really well. But honestly, my organisation at the moment has not been, I don't even think it's my organisation. I just have so much more on my plate now than I have had in years, so I feel like maybe that's kind of what's really thrown me, and I don't really know where to fit things in or how to get things done, and I feel a bit overwhelmed and overrun, and my mind goes a trillion miles an hour. I have a much healthier relationship with the gym now, and I really actually enjoy going to the gym because and it's not even enjoy in terms of like whilst I'm doing my workout and sat there thinking, oh my god, this is literally so much fun, but it's more to do with, I know when I go, I'm going for a purpose. So it's almost like I feel so good because it's like something ticked off my list. The gym in my mind is something that when I decide I'm going, it's a non-negotiable. Like it's not, oh, I wonder if I should go, like maybe I should go. Sometimes I'll toy my mind and almost like try and convince myself of a reason not to go, but it always feels good after. So if there's one piece of advice I can give to myself and everyone else, it's if you're contemplating it, just go and get it out of the way because you'll just feel better afterwards. The next question is, what is your hair colour routine? Is it natural? My hair colour routine is wash my hair and dry it and not do anything. I don't have an actual routine. I don't have a hair colour routine. Sometimes I get highlights in the front of my hair and the rest is extensions, but the actual colour of my hair is natural. I feel like that was the most blabbery answer ever. But yeah, my hair colour is natural. In the ins and outs and shorts of it is, yeah, my hair's always been this colour. Would you like children? What age would you like to think about it? For me, it's 33. The answer to the first question, would you like children, is absolutely yes. Like, it's always been something that is super important to me in my life plan. What age I'd like to think about it is inside the next 3 years, I'd say. I'm 25 now, so yeah. Before I'm 30, I'd like at least one child. Next question is, how's your fitness journey going? You're glowing, by the way. Love the vlogs, by the way. First of all, thank you so much. Second of all, I'm so sorry the vlogs have been inconsistent. There's just a lot that I can't share at the moment. So to give a little bit more of an insight, first of all, let me just actually double back. Obviously, I've answered the fitness question side of it, but I wanted to kind of explain the vlog absence, basically. Dan and I have taken on another job, essentially. So before this extra job we've taken on, I have also done YouTube. Dan has done his Instagram and also editing bits and bobs, and he also used to edit my YouTube videos for me. And yeah, that was kind of our day-to-day. And obviously before Instagram and stuff, Dan was an estate agent, so we both had kind of our own bits and bobs, and we've just taken on this job together. And obviously we've worked together in the past as well, doing like YouTube and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this job is specifically for Dan and I. So we've taken on an extra job. So essentially we now have 2 full-time jobs, which is a lot of work. It's a heavy workload. We are currently working from literally the moment we wake up to, well, I stop probably about 1ish, 1 a.m, 2 a.m. maybe. And some days Dan doesn't stop till 6 a.m. So yeah, that needs to stop. Our sleep routine definitely needs to get better. But yeah, we're currently working a lot of hours in the day, essentially like 18-hour days at this point, which is a lot. And yeah, it's definitely taking its toll. I don't know if you can tell, but I am so tired. My bags under my eyes are horrific. But we're definitely getting there. I think it's very new. It's only been in the last like 2 weeks for us. So it's just about kind of establishing a better schedule, routine, and kind of getting into that. And it's still kind of it's still self-employed in terms of our schedule. So we're having to implement our own schedule, work with YouTube and Instagram, still creating our own content, and then doing everything else on top of that. So there is a lot going on, and my brain is trying to piece everything together so I don't get lost. But we're definitely getting there. Vlogs will hopefully return soon when I can kind of try and figure out how I'm gonna put them together again, because I really love doing weekly vlogs, and I know you guys also really enjoy them, so I don't want to just completely stop doing them altogether. So I'm going to try and figure out a way that I can still do them just without showing the bits and bobs that I can't show. So if you do have any suggestions of how you'd like the vlogs to be, how you'd like to go, if you don't mind me kind of missing out days, or if I just film whole days and don't really explain much, I don't know, I'm not sure. So if you have any suggestions on how you want them to kind of look, or what content you want me to film in the future, then also let me know. So, sorry, I just literally got up to check the camera was still recording, because I'm also filming on a camera and not our phones anymore, which is also another new thing to me, because I haven't done that in years. Just because the phone shoots in 4K, I've not really had a need to kind of fork out with an expensive camera. But let me know also if you think it is nice and you like looking at a nice quality picture, or if you literally can't see the difference, then also let me know. Next question is, do you still count calories? And this is a really interesting topic, and I do think that it's something that could potentially be triggering. So if it is something you might get triggered by, then maybe just skip a little bit. I do on and off now, and I think for set periods I'll do it for like a whole week straight, and then I kind of find my balance again. What I tend to do is overestimate how much I've eaten, and I still do it sometimes. So I'll be like, oh, at the end of the day I'll be like, oh my god, I've eaten so much today, and then Dan will be like, you've literally eaten 2 meals and those meals were not even that big. So I think when I track, especially when I do it for like a week solid, it really gives me a bit more grounding of actually kind of like a reality check of actually what I've eaten, what kind of foods I'm eating, and yeah, just a little bit of a better insight. It gives you more information and allows me to be a little bit more consistent with the way that I eat, and yeah, not overeating, not undereating, making sure that I'm actually eating quite balanced foods and I feel energized. And yeah, that's it really. And I'm kind of still on track with my weight loss, because I still feel like I want to lose maybe about another 2 stone, I think, and then I'll be at my optimum where I can decide whether I want to lose a little bit more, or maybe I was happier a stone heavier, or do you know what I mean? Like I can kind of toggle with it when I get to that kind of middle ground where I can, yeah, I guess decide where I want to feel comfortable, I guess, and what I like the look of and what is easy for me to sustain, all those kinds of things. Someone said, what is Dan's job? Now, at the moment, I know I said I have 2 full-time jobs, but actually Dan pretty much has 3 full-time jobs at the moment. So he does social media in terms of like his own brand deals, partnerships, all of that kind of stuff. And he also does editing for like a few different creators, their Instagram reels, a lot of like special effects type stuff, which is really, really cool. He's very, very talented. He's so good at it, and he can concentrate on it for hours, whereas my attention span is not that good. So I admire him a lot for that. So yeah, he is very, very dedicated, and he's so talented. So he does a lot of like special effects, cool, different transition-y type cool things with editing for different clients. And then also this new job that we have. So yeah, I say I've got 2 jobs, but Dan has about 3, so we're super busy. It's been really fun. I feel like I've complained a lot in this video. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I've just been really negative. I feel like it's because I've got no holidays planned, because there's a lot of questions about have I got a holiday planned. I feel like maybe I'm negative because I'm fuming because I don't have a holiday planned. If you guys have a holiday planned though, please leave it in the comments, because I'd actually love to know, and I'd like to read through all your lovely holiday plans. Why did you move from London? So we actually moved from London 2 years ago now, almost 2 years ago. And the reason we moved from London is because it was so damn expensive. And yeah, that's literally, bottom line, that's the reason we moved from
Honestly,
London.
what? We moved because it was expensive and everything was closed.
What do you mean?
It was lockdown.
Yeah, but it was expensive.
It was expensive. It was expensive for no reason.
Yeah, that's true. It was expensive for no reason.
It was expensive when we moved there in the first place. So we moved
It's
there.
true. No, it is true. You're right. We moved because it was expensive, but then we were there and it was really expensive still, and then it was locked down, so nothing was happening. So we were literally paying disgusting amount of money to live somewhere in London when nothing was open, so there's not really any need for us to be in London. And then when we moved outside of London, we couldn't then justify paying London rent prices again. That's the reason, actually. That is very true. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. You guys have any more questions, leave them in the comments and I will get back to you in the comments. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I feel like I'm so out of the game in terms of how I film YouTube videos, because I actually don't know anymore. But I would like to do vlogs again, so let me know. I've also ordered the new iPhone, which arrives next week, which means that I could just start vlogging on that again. Could also vlog still on this phone, use this phone to vlog. I don't know. Let me know what you think, what you need, what you want to see from me. all those things. If you haven't already followed me on Instagram and TikTok and all those good things, then make sure you do that. Subscribe to this channel, like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for understanding. And yeah, I feel like this community is a really safe place for me. So I feel like I could literally just come back at any point and you guys are never mad at me, which oh my god, I feel like I'm getting emotional. I really appreciate it. So thank you, love you, see you soon, bye.